Winter beard itch. Why does it seem like your beard tends to itch more in the winter? In this video, we're going to cover the causes of seasonal beard itch and the 4 things you can do to help reduce or treat your beard itch. Before we dive into the winter specific, let's quickly recap general causes of beard itch. Now, there are 3 of them. First, what I like to call weaponized whiskers. Now, if you're just growing your beard, you're probably experiencing this right now. But when you shave, now imagine that this is your whisker. When you shave, if you're using like a normal razor, it's going to cut it at an angle. You know, and all the razor companies like brag that, oh, lift and cut, like it lifts up the whisker, cuts it, and it sinks below the surface for a closer shave, like whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. I think a lot of that's BS. But what is true is when your whisker is cut by that razor, it's normally at an angle and it's a sharp angle. So when it retracts back underneath the skin, it starts growing up again. It can dig into the side of that hair shaft and cause irritation, or once it breaks the surface, it can curl back over and start irritating your skin. Same thing with an electric razor. Instead of being like a nice clean sharp cut, it almost looks like someone took a weed whacker to it. It's like a frayed edge, almost like this, like a frayed piece of rope. Same thing. As it starts growing back up, can tickle and irritate the skin. It can also curve around and irritate the skin. So normally when your whiskers start growing, they're pretty coarse, and that just like adds fuel to the problem. So these whiskers are the first cause of beard itch. Second, dry skin. And dryness is going to be the underlying factor in all these things. So your body naturally produces oils, right? And a lot of guys, we tend to have oily skin. And oil is a good thing because it actually helps to moisturize both your facial hair and your beard. But when your beard starts growing, your body doesn't produce enough oil to hydrate both your skin and your beard, especially with a longer beard. Those oil glands that are associated with hair follicles, a lot of that oil is going directly to the beard, to the whisker, and it's not necessarily getting on the skin, or at least not enough of it, which can lead to dryness, which leads to itch and irritation. So we have weaponized whiskers and we have dry skin. And the third cause, harsh cleansers. So if God forbid you're using a bar soap, don't do that. Or if you're using most of like the cheaper cleansers, they're pretty aggressive. They're not pH balanced or pH focused. And they overstrip your skin and beard of those necessary oils. And that's gonna lead to dry skin and subsequently itch and irritation. A good test, if you wash your face and your face feels like tight after you get out of the shower, that's a sign of using too harsh of a cleanser. That's also why we developed Cleanse, which is a probiotic face and beard wash designed to be used both on your face and your beard without overstripping. So it negates the need for a specific face wash and a specific beard wash. You have one product that just does everything you need to do without being too aggressive. Okay, so why does your beard itch more in the winter than say the summer? And it goes back to the dehydration factor. A lot of people think that dry skin in the winter is caused by colder temperatures. It's actually the decrease in humidity. So when the temperatures go down in the winter, the humidity goes down as well. So there's less water, there's less moisture in the atmosphere, and that tends to try to pull more moisture from your beard, pull more moisture from your skin, and that's called transepidermal water loss, when the moisture in your body is pulled out through the skin into the atmosphere. So the name of the game in the wintertime is to help reduce that transepidermal water loss, that dryness caused by a lower humidity, both inside and out. So that's how we're going to address winter beard itch. Now, the steps you're going to take to treat winter beard itch are similar to the steps you're going to take to help reduce beard itch in general. So if you're new to growing a beard and you have beard itch and you seem to find this video, the treatments we're about to cover are going to apply to you as well. And then the last 2 specifically relate to winter beard itch. So first and foremost, how do we help stop or prevent beard itch? It goes back to using a high quality face and beard moisturizer. And the reason for that is because on the very top of our skin, we have a layer of dead skin cells. And those dead skin cells form a barrier. So if you ever hear about like barrier function or your skin's barrier function, it's referring to this layer of dead skin cells that are held together by the oils that your body naturally produces, sweat and amino acids. It forms this thing almost like you have your bricks, which are the dead skin cells, and then you have your mortar, which are, you know, oil, amino acids, sweat, things like that. And that creates your skin barrier. It also factors into your acid mantle, which we've touched on in other videos. I'm not going to go into that, but that's pretty much when you talk about the microbiome on your skin. That acid mantle, they're beneficial and less than beneficial like microbes. And if your acid mantle gets thrown out of whack, bad bacteria can thrive, which can cause a whole host of skin problems. So you really want to make sure that you're protecting your skin barrier barrier and your skin's acid mantle to ensure you have proper skin function. Using a well-formulated probiotic face and beard moisturizer is going to help with that. Ours, we love aloe. Aloe is an amazing soothing ingredient. Chamomile, very soothing. Green tea, also soothing. But one of the big things that we use when it comes to maintaining moisture in the skin is a category of ingredients called humectants. And hyaluronic acid is an amazing ingredient within that category, and it can actually hold 1,000 times its weight in water, or it can absorb 1,000 times its weight in water. And that's important because you want to apply your moisturizer after you wash your face or you get out of the shower. And the reason being is because your skin, your beard, it absorbs water while you're in the shower, right? So once you get out of the shower, you towel dry, and within a minute or two, you want to make sure that you apply your moisturizer to get the most bang for your buck, because that moisturizer is going to help bind that excess water that was absorbed into your skin and hold it there for longer. So it's going to help with transepidermal water loss. That's why your skin sometimes looks plumper after you get out of the shower. Now, if you're not showering, you don't really need to shower multiple times a day, but you should always wet your face and beard before you apply your moisturizer. So if you shower in the morning, get out, towel dry, apply your moisturizer and any other products you might use. In the evening, instead of just like throwing on a moisturizer, going to bed, you want to make sure you wet your face down first. So use lukewarm water, wet your face, towel dry, and then apply the moisturizer. That's you're gonna see more results with that. All right, so second to using a proper moisturizer, you want to use a properly formulated cleanser the proper way. And by that, I mean, don't overdo it. Most guys, even though we have pretty oily skin, most men only need to wash their face once a day. So if you wash your face in the morning, in the evening, you don't need to wash your face again with a cleanser, but you do want to just rinse whatever is on your face, moisten your face so you can apply your moisturizer. Now, when it comes to washing your beard, we recommend most guys only need to wash their beard 1 to 2 times per week. And of course, if you have a super dirty job, you should wash your beard every day or whatever your lifestyle requires. But you want to make sure you're not overwashing. A lot of guys do that because we have oily skin. When you overwash, it strips more of the essential oils off of your skin. It causes your body to go into overdrive, which for some younger guys going through puberty, right? Like your body is all kinds out of whack anyway. So you're really producing a lot of oil. You might be struggling with acne. The tendency is like, oh, I have all this oil on my skin's super greasy, I need to wash it more. That actually do more harm than good. So most men only need to wash your face once a day. If you have super oily skin, you can wash your face twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. And make sure you're using a properly formulated cleanser, because if it's too harsh, it's going to overstrip those beneficial oils from your skin, and it's going to do more harm than good. All right, now when you are washing, you want to make sure you're using lukewarm water. Hot water has a tendency to strip more of those oils off your skin, leading to dry skin and irritation. So make sure you're washing your face and beard with lukewarm water when you do. And if you're just rinsing, again, make sure you use lukewarm water, because you don't want to overstrip your skin of those essential oils and things like that. Okay, so now as we get into the winter months, adjust your skincare routine. If you know you're using a appropriate wash that's not too harsh, and if you're confident that you're using a well-formulated moisturizer that's doing everything that you need it to do, you might need to tweak it. So for me, in the warmer months, I only use 1 to 2 pumps of hydrate, and when the humidity starts dropping, I up it to 3 to 4, depending on how long my beard is at the time. Now, if you've done that and you're still experiencing dryness and itch, then you might want to add in an additional product. It can either be something like a beard oil or a beard balm. And the reason being, there's another category of skincare ingredient called occlusives. And I like to think of occlusives as sealants, right? They sit on the top of your skin and they seal things in. So oils, those are occlusive ingredients. So argan oil, jojoba oil, hemp seed oil, those are all occlusives. For the beard balm, shea butter, beeswax, those are all examples of occlusive ingredients. Now, we do use occlusives in our moisturizers, and a lot of moisturizers do, but they're in smaller doses. The reason being is occlusives, if you use too much or the wrong type, there's some poor quality occlusives, they can make your skin feel greasy, makes it feel like just like warm. If you ever like rub the oil on your hands or like Vaseline and you just feel like kind of constrained, kind of confined. They can also cause outbreaks if you're using the wrong type. So a lot of moisturizers don't necessarily have the potency when it comes to occlusive ingredients that you might need in colder weather. That's why like hand creams, if you see like specialized hand creams, are pretty heavy on the occlusives. So by adding a beard oil or a beard balm to your routine, probably has the extra firepower you need to really lock in that moisture. And if you do, you want to apply those after your moisturizer. So wet your face or cleanse your face, apply your moisturizer, and then follow up with your beard oil or beard balm, depending on what you're using. Lastly, hydration, right? Dry skin is the name of the game when it comes to beard itch. We want to reduce dry skin. In the winter months, humidity outside drops and the humidity inside drops. Why does that happen? Because heaters, furnaces, they all kick on, and those are notorious dehydrators. So, you know, if you work from home or in your office and you can bring in a humidifier, bring in a humidifier. Add that humidity back to the atmosphere so it's not sucking the moisture out of your skin and beard. And lastly, just drink more water. We all know we should drink more water, but chapped lips are an early sign of dehydration. So if you're not drinking enough water, it's gonna always be an uphill battle when it comes to dry skin. Like you could be using the most expensive, like whatever, and you're still gonna struggle with dry skin if you're not drinking enough water. Am I saying chugging a glass of water is gonna stop your beard itch? No, but it's definitely an aggravating factor. So make sure you're drinking enough water, and that's gonna help reduce the likelihood of beard itch, or at least reduce the severity. So those 4 things combined, if you're doing all 4 things, that should solve your winter beard itch problem. Now, of course, there are other less common causes of beard itch, everywhere from like reactions to ingredients or medications or diet. So if you're still struggling with beard itch, or if it becomes a problem, always consult your doctor. Go to a medical professional. There might be something more going on. But these tips will solve the majority of the beard itch cases out there. If you found value in this video, please give us a like. Consider subscribing. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.